right, with that, we'll go ahead and start this meeting. This is our first meeting of 2023, so I'm really excited about that. And as always, we're going to go ahead and begin with our bell. We have a little ringing that we do virtually. I'm not sure if you do a lot of Zoom calls, Mark, but
yeah,
a little ring there.
I like that one though.
Yeah, gotta have it. And then we'll go ahead and do our four-way test. So if you're able to and you want to go ahead and unmute your microphone, anybody else on the call, we'll go ahead and begin. I'll do the clicking, but everybody knows the words, I'm sure. So the four-way test of the things we think, say, and do. Is it the truth?
Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Right, rock and roll. And we do have, obviously we do have a special guest, our speaker I'll announce in just a moment. But for our normal visitors and guests, I don't see anyone unless they're behind a camera. So we'll go ahead and move ahead here. For announcements, there's a couple of things going on at the district level, so be sure you look out for our district newsletter. If you didn't receive that, let me know. I'm happy to forward that over to you. Otherwise, other announcements, we did have our nominations closed for some new positions, and I regretfully want to just wait till this call happened to tell you I regretfully did not send out the link to vote. That's not a huge deal, I guess, because we only have one nominee per position, so it's really not a rubber stamp, but really just an effort to collect feedback from everyone. So I'll send that out after this call, and I apologize for forgetting. Again, the end justifies the means, or vice versa, but regardless, we want to get your input. So we had another opportunity I just wanted to call out, like specifically though, and that was there's a district training seminar at Kaiser University in Port St. Lucie. The reason I want to call it out specifically is obviously it's a great opportunity to get some training, but also a great opportunity to see your Port St. Lucie resident. That's me. So if anybody wants to take a quick hike down to Kaiser, depending on where you're at, if you can drive in, please do let me know. I'd love to get together with you in person and fellowship a little bit, maybe take you to lunch or whatnot. So keep that on your radar. So if you're interested, please do attend. That's in the newsletter. And if you want any more information, I'm more than happy to share that with you. Chair updates. I don't want to put anybody on the spot. See any updates from the chairs? I'll happily pause my speaking for just a moment.
Nothing to report from fellowship.
All righty, perfect. All right, well, with that, let me see here. What do we have? I do have a guest, and I'm so happy I just saw his name pop up. And Gonzalez, if you cannot unmute, I totally understand. But I did want to say that we do have a guest today. A friend of mine is Gonzalez Fenord. He works out of New York City, and I had a great conversation with him around the topic of the day. Gonzalez, if you want to say hello, you want to introduce yourself, by all means, please do, buddy.
Thank you, Sam. My name is Gonzalez, as Sam says. A great friend. I was delighted to hear what Sam is involved in, and particularly potentially doing something with Haiti as well. I just came from there. I just came in last night from a trip there. I had planned to visit the area of Leogane and Tigouave, but
that's where I'm from.
Unfortunately, it didn't happen. But I do have some other info that I can share with Sam offline that would be of interest. So happy to meet you guys, all of you, and thanks for inviting me to this meeting.
Wonderful. Well, welcome always. Wonderful. Very nice to have guests every now and again. I'll go ahead and turn over. I don't think, actually, I just realized our Sergeant at Arms is not on the call. So I'll knock that out for us real quick here. We should all be really happy. We got a wonderful opportunity with a fresh start for 2023. So let's go ahead and start with Happy Bucks. Any Happy Bucks?
Yes.
Go ahead, Mike.
We thought we had a tragedy in our house yesterday. We had a little flood in a closet near our bathroom, and we called the plumber, and he couldn't figure out. It didn't feel like water to him, but the sidewall was damp and there was water on all over the place. And boy, we're thinking we're going to have to tear out the drywall and all this. It turned out that a damp rid bag that you hang in your closet to collect moisture had split. And that was the source of the little flood on the floor. So that was probably $1,000 savings of that made our day.
That's definitely a happy buck. Ailish, I see your hand up as well.
I'm really glad to see the end of 2022.
Hallelujah.
And I can speak for myself in that. I'm not speaking for anyone else. I'm just speaking for myself.
Move forward, never backwards, right? I'm super excited about 2023 as well.
Oh no! I mean, if there was a way that one could kick its ass, I'd kick its ass. So I just have to move on. I have no choice there, Sam. Thank you.
Thank you, Kimberly.
Sad, happy. So I was fortunate enough to spend St. Tibbs at Kathleen's and celebrate. And when I got home the next day, the electricity was out and I immediately left the house not thinking. And so all my pipes froze and burst.
Oh.
So I've been in a hotel since the 24th.
Oh.
And I'm going home today. The workers came, the contractors came right away. USAA is a fabulous insurance company. They had the adjuster out there on New Year's Day. The bills have all been submitted, and fortunately I didn't have any carpet or wood floors. It was all tile or covered concrete. So nothing really heinous was ruined. Maybe the water heater, we're not sure yet, but I didn't lose clothes, or I'm not homeless. I'm not hungry. I'm not living in my car. So, and I get to go home today. So, disaster happy.
Good. All's well that ends well, I suppose. What about sad bucks? Anything sad? I know there's not some opposing teams on the call here, Mike. So I know nobody's going to call you out.
What?
There's no opposing teams who might want to rub things in on the call. So I want to.
Well, my New
yes,
Year,
there are. Oh, yes, there are.
my New Year got off to a bad start because apparently at the stroke of midnight, our extremely reliable kicker shanked one, and we lost the chance to play in the championship. But it wasn't his fault. Our defense blew us 14-point lead, and it was a great game. And even Michigan's game was a great game. So it was sad for us.
I'm sad about DeMar Hamlin. I've been glued to ESPN all morning following the story of the Bills player who's now in critical condition because his heart literally stopped after a hit yesterday on the field with Cincinnati. So hopefully he'll be okay.
Absolutely. And Susie, I see your hand as well.
Yeah, hey, three really. I was sorry I'm late. I was really busy up to my eyeballs in something and just realized it was after 12. So that's one sad dollar. The other one is I'm sad Roger is sick. He's just chatting with us, telling us he's got COVID even after all of his attempts to avoid it with his wife having it. That's pretty sad. And also sad dollar for that young man that got hit on the football field. A good friend of mine is a huge Bills fan. So I'm slightly aware of what goes on. Otherwise I wouldn't be paying any attention, but that was pretty sad. So anyway, so glad to be here anyway. So.
All right. How about any birthdays and anniversaries?
This is not Kimberly Carroll Day, but my birthday is Thursday.
Wonderful.
And I'll mute now for the rest of the meeting. But yes, my birthday is Thursday.
Wonderful. Anything else? I think that might just cover it, huh? Good. All right. Well, let me go ahead and turn the mic over to our guest speaker here, Jean-Marc Brissau. Jean-Marc joined Notre Dame Law School as a graduate programs manager in April of 2020. Prior to joining the law school, Brissau was the Haiti program country director, funded by the University of Notre Dame through the College of Science. In that capacity, Brissau played a leading role in the university's engagement and collaborative efforts to mitigate the incidence of lymphatic phlerolysis. You have to correct me there.
Close enough.
In Haiti. In Haiti. Thank you for correcting me there. In addition to his work with the Haiti program, Brissau founded a school to provide free education for the less fortunate in his hometown of Léogâne in 2017. That's what I want to hear more about, obviously, as well. Brissau also is a Rotarian, having held the position of assistant district governor from 2016 to 2019. Jean-Marc has also been recognized several times for his selfless service to fellow Haitians, including his leadership in responding to the humanitarian crisis that enveloped Haiti and specifically Léogâne after the major earthquakes we saw in 2010. He was awarded the Notre Dame Presidential Award in recognition of his distinguished contributions to the university in 2010. Jean-Marc, I am so excited to hear from you today. I will turn the microphone over to you. I've got screen sharing on. Whatever you need, just let me know. I'll be sharing links. Whatever you need during the talk, just let me know.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't prepare any presentation. I didn't know if you wanted that. But yes, thank you so much, Sam, for the introduction, and thanks everyone for inviting me. I moved from Haiti to here, and it's so cold. So, you know, I said to myself, should I come to the office or should I stay home because I still have one more day? But I came here. Just I have a dog at home that I didn't want to be bothering me. So I'm so glad to be here with you guys. And it's true. I am a Rotarian and I attend my meetings online like you do here. And we still have people in Haiti, in my hometown of Léogâne, who attend in person, and some we have at least 3 that are in Canada, and then 3 in the US as well, who are attending online. So although we are not physically present in Haiti, but we are still very much involved in the club and in our community. Yeah, like you just said, Sam, I will not repeat what you said, but this club, it was founded in 2009. That was back when I, after my studies here at Notre Dame, I got my LLM, which is legal magister, which is a Master of Laws and International Human Rights Law. So I spent 2 years here, and then I went back home. And I said, well, how can I help? And I talked to a friend of mine, Dr. Jacques Guy-Lafontaine, who was the prime minister a couple of years ago. But, you know, he wasn't president. He wasn't prime minister at the time. He was the director of the hospital, St. Croix, where I started back in 1995. And so he was the one who helped with the club foundation. So in 2009, August 29, 2009, we started the club. And then January 10, 2020, boom, January 12, 2020, boom, earthquake. So that was our first test as a Rotarian. We said to ourselves, well, we are suffering. We lost our things. We lost our houses and our belongings, but we're still alive. You know, we still have the gift of life, and therefore we need to help. So we call on the district, and the district called on Rotary International, and then we gathered a lot of tents that are two rooms, and then we distributed a number of them throughout the areas. And Léogâne, just so you know, Léogâne was the epicenter of the earthquake. And at that time, I was the president of the club. I'm the founding president. And we started this program. And it also, we had friends who have come down, and they gave fund for us to start something called playing under tent. The reason we did that, because a lot of kids were wandering on the street, you know, they no schools, you know, 80% of the school structures got destroyed, and therefore we needed to help. So we couldn't formally open a school because there was no way to do that. So we did playing under tent. We give funds to local organizations to organize tent cities, to gather kids together, teach them, and then give food every day. So that was at the start what we did with the funds that we received. And then October 18 of 2010, another epidemic broke, a cholera epidemic broke in the Tibonite region, and that wouldn't take long for cholera to spread throughout the country. And we had again to step in, and we launched a fundraiser, and then we got $10,000, and we bought big tanks, soaps. We bought shelter. Yeah, that's right, shelter boxes. We bought soap, chlorine, and then we distributed throughout the city of Leogane, and then all the other clubs and Haiti followed after that, and then they did the same. So that was a great project, and without that, I'm telling you, there might have been a lot of people, a lot of death, even in addition to the 10,000 that we had. So based on this, we also have had some contacts of some Rotarians in Italy who came, and then they did two main projects with us: water and sanitation project, where we installed solar powered pumps on wells in areas where there was no water available. So one of them is still up and running, and then the other one is now part of a bigger project that we are going to execute in the months to come. Today and tomorrow we have two meetings. We have one meeting with the group that is planning the big hand wash project, and then tomorrow we have a meeting with District 5130, which is a partner district that will gather funds for us to execute the project in Leogane. Each city has a district partner. We call it district champion, and then they are a partner with they are going to partner with a town, a city, to implement the water project, which is a big project that will be executed, that will be implemented throughout the country. Now we come back to the educational part. I can send you a link, and then I don't want to go through details. I can send you a link afterwards of what we did during the earthquake as well. 2 weeks after the earthquake, I sent mass email out, and then we get people answer, "What do you need, John Mark? What do you need?" I said, "Well, we need everything." And then before I know it, they told me, "Okay, we have a plane ready to land in Port-au-Prince, but there's no airport." I said, "Well, let me think about it." So I went, and then I realized that there was a empty street with no poles, nothing. And then, in 2001, it was used for a small plane to land with cocaine. And then I decided, well, if a cocaine plane could land there, why not a airplane full of medical equipment? So I told them it was all by email, and then because the phone system was down, so I wrote to them, and then 5 minutes later they said, "Just measure the length and the width of the road." So I did it, and then before I know it, 52 flights was about to land in Leogane. So in a matter of 2 weeks, we landed 52 flights in Leogane, in a makeshift airport, and then bringing medical supplies, food, tents, and doctors, nurses to help in my hometown of Leogane. I'll send you a link of the New York Times that when they came down with the company, they did that, and so I'll just send that to you just for info. So now, kids are out, kids are on the street, schools hasn't started yet, and then we had to do something. So that's when the club, you know, when I was president, I got reelected for a second year because, you know, it's unusual, right, to be president twice, 2 consecutive years. But, you know, because I wanted the club to be, you know, stable. And I got the second run, so I became president again in 2011, 2012. And then that's when I started to gather funds to pay for school for kids. You know, schools are started to reopen. I gave some funds to some schools to purchase equipment and stuff. And then in 2015, finally, I decided to gather funds to have a school because it's easier to see the progress of the kids when they are under a same roof. So that's when I wrote the project and then got funds for the schools to start in 2017. We started in the first phase, which is a rented location in 2017. So we provided everything, tuition, we provided uniform, school, books, and also a daily meal. And then 2 years later, we purchased land and we started the construction. And then now with the first phase of the construction, it has been in operation, which is the first 6 classes. And we have a clinic, we have a conference room, and we have the administration building. And also we, for the second phase, we are going to you know, do fundraising to build the second phase, which is a vocational school. And I'm gonna tell you why we're gonna have the vocational school, and also a laboratory. In addition to that, I'm planning to have what you call it, a water system where I can sell the water, and then the money that is coming in, we can use it for operation. And, you know, for now, we have a couple of people that are giving some funds to pay the teachers, but I don't know how long that will last. And since the kids, you know, the school is for those who cannot pay. And I realized that having water available to the population for a low fee, a low amount, and, you know, I think that money can help. And then how we did that, I went to Food for the Poor, and they provided the food. Well, until now, they couldn't give the food for this year because of the situation in Martissant. You know, they cannot cross Martissant, but we are still in their list. So whenever they have food, they'll give food. So they've been giving for 3 years. And also I wrote to them last year, a couple of years ago, and then last year they dug the well. It's 120 foot well. And I'm now in discussion with a company to install a water treatment system on the well. And then I already built the house for the system. And then once that is, you know, we have the quote, which is about $12,000, we are going to install it and then sell the water. And then the same system will be used to provide electricity. We'll put electricity, solar panel system. That's what the well is. It's a solar powered well. We will use the same power to power the school and use income generated from the well, like I said, to support the operation. So why do we plan on opening the vocational school? The reason is, you know, in Haiti we have three levels. Okay, you have a question, sir?
Oh yeah, please. I don't want to interrupt your thoughts.
No, go ahead.
My question was, could you tell me? I didn't follow the. Is it my French is terrible? Martissant.
Martissant.
You said something about.
That's where the gangs are. That's That's the area that is controlled by the gangs.
Oh, okay. And I think I read your article. Maybe I'll share it here. The Guardian article about the gangs. I wasn't aware of that. So they cannot cross, and when you said they cannot cross, you mean the aid can't literally.
Okay, so Port-au-Prince is now circled by gangs. So in the southern part of Port-au-Prince, we have Martissan, and Martissan is the only road that leads to the south. Okay. And the Léogane, the South Department, the Southeast Department, which is Jacmel, the Grand Danse where Jeremy is, and then Miraguan where in the Nip where there's a port. So in order to get to there, you need to go through Martissan, all right? But the gangs control this area, and then some people take the risk of going up in the mountain. It's like a inside road, but again, it's very risky, and then the road is so dangerous. So we don't want really to go there. So
I see.
It's just it's a very tough situation. So the northern part now of Port-au-Prince, which is the road that leads to Cape Haitian and the Artibonite region, is also controlled by gangs in Canara. And then the road that leads to the Center Department, also part of it is controlled by either 400 Marozo or part of Canara. And then in the eastern side, that leads to the Dominican Republic, where people could go and gather goods to come and sell in Port-au-Prince. Now it is controlled by the 400 Marozo's gang. So this is the gang that kidnapped the 17 Americans a couple of years last year. So I mean, the situation is so precarious now in Haiti that people in Léogane, they have to survive based on what they have. Fortunately for people in Léogane, they can produce crops. They can live off of it, and from also remittance from diaspora. Yes.
So I guess just to follow up, the little makeshift airstrip from several years back, is that still something that can function? Like, for example, can small planes still fly from the mainland US, for example, or is that not possible?
No, because now they have poles, electric poles, and telephone poles that they put along it, and then it'll be very difficult for small planes now to land. I mean, something happened for a reason. We didn't have development in 2010, just because a lot of people would have died if there were electric poles along the way. But right now there is, and it's not possible. But this is something that I've always thought about, and then I talked to my friends. There are a lot of areas in Léogane that are still virgin, like I like to say, that I think small planes can land. We just need, to have. This is an idea that I think myself can become a reality. So if this is something that I can find a group of people who say, all right, now we don't need to go through Port-au-Prince to get to Léogane anymore. Let's get it started. I personally can find enough land to, if I can, through my contacts, to have like a makeshift airport. So, yeah.
Thanks for.
So, to go back to what I was gonna say, in Haiti, the educational system, how it works, is that you go for the first 6 grades, that in the past it used to be primary school, and then the second one from 7 to 9, that's the second, we call it fundamental school. This is where if a student passed for after ninth grade, then they're gonna go to NS1 and S2, NS3, and NS4, which is new secondary. So what happened is when student pass this 9th grade and then they go forward, they move forward, and then they reach to the last grade, and then they are now ready for university because we don't have a college system in Haiti. What happened is, first of all, in Leogan, there's not really a university of multiple choice where a student can go. So like myself, I was born and raised in Leogan. I used to go to Port-au-Prince every single day for law school. I need to take a road that leads me to Port-au-Prince back and forth. I would get home at 1 a.m, and then, get some sleep and then wake up again at 7 to go back to work, and then finish work and then go back to Port-au-Prince. So it was like a full day every day for me. And yet I had a family to take care of. And so at least I had that option, right? I attended a good school, and I was qualified to go to a state university for law school, but it's only 2 to 3% of all the kids who graduate who could reach to university, mostly state university, right? So what do you do with the others? Some will go to vocational school, some will go to private school, and then private school, you need money to pay for it. And then some will just graduate and then be on the street. So this is where my idea of creating a vocational school, once the children, they reach 9th grade, now they can either learn. Fano, I'll take your question before I continue. Gonzalez?
Yes, thank you for that. I'm a little slow on the unmute button there.
No problem.
This is so fascinating. I'm just reliving some of the similar efforts that I was part in as well. So I guess you're coming up to it. I wanted to know, what's your focus on the vocational school? What area of focus are you looking at? As you know, in Haiti, there are things that are very specific and can be very productive for these students, and there are other things that are a little bit more far-fetched because of the the restriction with the economy and everything. So yeah, what area are you focusing in?
Yes, I was gonna get there. The first one is I had a friend of mine who donated 20 brand new laptops.
Nice.
A couple years ago, and then they are still locked up somewhere because the school that I'm building now, I'm afraid for security reason, I didn't want to bring it there, so I locked them up at my cousin's house in Haiti, and I have him report every month, and I need to see them with my eyes. So I mean, I trust him, but yet it's not my computer. It is a computer that is donated by a single friend. I need to show him that the computers are still there. So I started in 2018 to teach the kids how to use a computer, because some of them, I mean, not some of them, most of them have never seen a computer before. Yeah. So I want that to be a degree that they get as what you call it, technician. Yeah, computer technician. So with that, they can work in administrations. They can do cyber cafe. They can start their own business. They can do printing, etc., etc. So this is the first that I'll start. The second one is ceramics. When I say ceramics, is the tile, to how to install tiles. Mm-hmm. The third one is electricity. Yes. For kids to know how to like fix light fixture and for houses, and then plumbing. So these I want to start as soon as possible. And then the other one is optional for the boys, but mostly for the girls, because it's very much girl oriented, because girls are the one that mostly suffer from this lack of options, available options, because they are, it's not a secret for anyone here that the small girls, they are raped every time. They are used, because, sometimes for food, they cannot find food, and then, there's no options for them. So I want to focus this vocational training center on the girls. So that's why for the girls, I'm going to have special classes for to teach them how to sew, and also for how to set up a catering business, and for flour as well. Anything that could lead them to learn something to get out of misery, of extreme misery, or that's what I'm focusing on. So I have a staff in Leogan that is thinking about the first step, for this vocational school, and then if anything can last 6 months, they can take 2, and it will be a requirement that every kid should graduate with a degree of technician in something. It's not like an optional, you go and then you graduate 9th grade and then you out. No, every kid, you graduate with 9th grade, or you reach 9th grade, but you go out with at least one degree. So I want that to be something that I start in the next couple of years, because right now we just started with 7th year. So every year we'll add one more. Next year will be at 8th grade. And then the year after will be at 9th grade. And by that time, hopefully I would have built the second floor of the building would be completed and operational. So yes.
Just a follow-up, so the education that you're providing, the idea would be to have that kind of certificate. I'm just going to use the word certificate, but you're saying training, some kind of skill set, some kind of basic skill set. That's by grade 9, or is that by the higher grades?
Grade 9s, when they start grade 9, because there are things, let's say for electricity, there are things that they wouldn't understand at an early age, and like physics and stuff, so they wouldn't start until they reach 9th grade. And for measurement, so that's the reason I wanted it to start at 9 once they reach 9th grade, because at 9th grade they would have the basics of all the measurements, the physics, heights, width, surface, and etc. So yeah.
And I imagine you said there was a struggle to pay the teachers, and that's something that you need to address in the future. So I hear that loud and clear. The teachers would be, in addition to this is a question, not an assumption, that in addition to like standard grammar and mathematics for 3rd grade, they would also be, for example, maybe you say, hey, I want to hire Sam Bourgeois, and he's from Leogan, and Sam actually knows how to do some plumbing, but Sam also teaches 5th grade. Is that correct?
For that, I'm gonna have well, actually, I would add music. Music is something that will, if they want, it's optional, but I want the school to have a band. Okay, so we have a couple of teachers who are music teachers. So they offered, they were the one who offered their service. I mean, for a little fee, I'll just add a little fee for that in addition to that. So I want to use them so that each kid who wants can learn an instrument, and then start with the raising of the flag, which is in Haiti, it's a must. A student, for me, it was a must, and I wanted to remain same, so that kids have this start of love for their country, because most of the things that happen in Haiti, just they grow and they don't have any kind of attachment to the country, so I want them to become a good person, but also a good citizen, right? So by instilling in them the love of their country, and then starting with the raising of the flag, the singing of the national anthem, this is, for me, it's a first part. And then every Friday as well, we have a social service endeavor where all kids clean the courtyard. We start with little things that could at least start in their head, I need to clean my schoolyard, so I need to clean the entry of those schools. So this is small steps, but I think very important in the long run.
Thanks for clarifying. The infrastructure, I had to ask about the infrastructure as well. You said that the power, is it 100% solar, or is there?
No, for now, we don't have the area that I am now. The whole Haiti, I don't know if you know, but maybe Gonzalez may know. Electricity is like, I don't know, it's like gold, it's, you don't get that, So that's the reason I'm really thinking about having 100% solar. I have a generator that I purchased back in 2011. It hasn't been used. So fuel also, it's also another gold in Haiti. So I don't use it. So I plan on having a solar system and have the school run solely on solar, only when there's no solar, when there's cloud, or when there's a hurricane or something, that we may turn on the generator. But I'm really looking towards having the school run solely on solar. Yeah. I can share with you also a video of the building. We may not be able to do it right now, but I have it on my phone. So if you have other questions, I'm willing to answer them.
I see your hand, Gonzalez. Did you have a question?
Yeah, just to clarify, so the classes you have now, you said you're up to 7th?
Yes.
Okay. And like most schools in Haiti right now, so there you don't have, the solar panel is not set up, and you're not firing up the generator, right? So there's no
for now, no.
Okay.
Because the reason I do not is because first of all, the fuel cost is so high.
Yeah.
I don't want to go that route, because right now we are now struggling to even find enough funding to pay the teachers and to feed the kids, and that's why I don't want to go that route to now be connect. I didn't even connect the generator. It's at the school, but it's not connected, and I want to be able to have the connection made for the solar first before I start with the generator. So it's not yet connected. It's there. I have pictures I can send you. I'm loading it right now, and but it's not yet in operational.
Yeah, just to add more color to that, I just came from there filling up my generator for home consumption and something else that we have. The price is between $6 to $8 or $9 per gallon, depending if you're buying it wholesale or if you're buying it from not black market, but basically folks
kind of right
things that fell off the truck or something. So yeah, the fuel is nuts, but I think one blessing, being a tropical country, we are blessed with sunlight. As far as the kids inside the classrooms are concerned, from early in the morning to late afternoon. So that's a blessing.
Yeah, it's true. Sam, can you give me access to share?
Oh yes, please. Let me see here. I think I had it. Yeah, you should be able to.
I think so. All right, good. This is can you see?
Not yet. There it goes. I think it just switched over. Now we see it.
All right. So this part here is the administration building. Okay, so the bottom, and then the top one, I built a room for, in case we have a visitor, because I'm planning to have visitors coming from here to go teach down there, so that's why I built this one on top. And for now, because of the country situation, it is now used for the seventh grade. So it is it will be all furnished. Yeah, it has a bathroom here, all right, and then it has a kitchen and also a room. So it is now being used for the seventh grade, and at the bottom is the administration building. And then this is you see the bottom here.
Mhm.
See the annotation here. From here going there is the conference room. Conference room that goes all the way there. And then at the end of the conference room right here, can you see the circle?
Okay.
That's the clinic. Okay, so that's the clinic. And then you see the wee bars right here.
Mhm.
This will be stairs for handicap. There'll be a slope here, okay, for handicap. It's a handicap stairs. So this is why I left this one here.
You mean a ramp?
A ramp.
Okay.
It's a 1/5 of slope. All right, and now I move to and you go on this side now. This is where the classrooms are, right here. Let me put that in another color. Look here. That's where the 6 other classrooms are, all the way there, right?
How many, if you had to guess, how many students do you have today? And then what's the future? Like, what's your goal?
Well, we want to go maximum, really at the maximum of 300 kids. We don't want to go higher than that. And now we are 146. This is the 6 classrooms that is in operation. And here, where you see the blue here, that's the restrooms. We have 8. We have 4 on this side for the boys, and we have 4 on this side for the girls. And then on top of it, we will have 8 more, 4 on this and one side and 4 on the other side. So we have a total of 16 restrooms. And then here, right here, that will be the staircase right there to go up on the roof.
You mentioned wells during the earthquake when you were talking about the earthquake, but what is the water and sanitation status, if you will, for this area right now?
And in Leogane in general?
Yes.
Not good.
Okay.
Not good. And that's why we are thinking about implementing this hand wash project in Leogane, because water and sanitation, it's not good. And that's why we're also gonna clean the water that we get from the well, because we want to have pure water distributed to the population and the kids. All right, this is the courtyard, and there's a tree around the tree. Right here, there's a big septic tank that we built, and then around there, there's also urinals for the boys to pee. They don't have to get into the bathroom to get it dirty. So I built outside urinal for the boys to pee. And you see back there, you see the generator? Can someone see the generator?
Yes.
That's the generator right here. It's a 25 kg. KW, sorry. It's a 25 kW.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and then here it's a warehouse, and then here is a kitchen that is in operation. It needs to be finished, but it's in operation. And then up there, you see the spot here. That's the part where we're gonna have the computer room or a lab. We call it a lab. Yes, Gonzalez, go ahead.
No, I think my hands was up from before. I was just
Okay.
saying that that's a size, that's a good size 25 kW for the
Yes,
school.
it is. And actually, it only ran for 1 year. I bought it from an organization that came and didn't find funding and then left
Okay.
in 2011. So they came in 2010 and left in 2011. So, okay, let me continue with the video. If you are short on time, please let me know. So just to give a closer view. And then this is the part here that is built for the security guards, and also that's what the water system will be in. That's inside of it.
How's security handled? Is that something you need to have 24/7 or?
Yes, I have security 24/7, and unfortunately, I don't have a gate yet. I'm working on getting funding to put up a gate, and you see the gate is now made with sheet metal.
Mhm.
So and then you see all those wires. So that's practically you see that the wee bars, they are up, and this is for the second phase of the construction that I'm trying to fundraise for.
So on
Questions?
on that topic, John, I'm just, the reason that and I don't even remember how this all started. I think I reached out, I think I got I read an article in the Rotary magazine a few months back, and one of those articles had one of your friends, one of your colleagues in the club, and I reached out to him first, I
Wesley?
believe. Yes, I reached out to Wesley first and asked, hey, how can we help? What could we do to get involved? And so hearing all this, it's like it's just opened up my eyes to the opportunity here. And we do currently a couple of things, but one project that we as a club specifically kind of support is every spring we help a school kind of similarly sized, to be honest, similarly sized club in our group in Nepal. But what I think is a unique challenge of an online club that doesn't have a base like you said your club does, where you still have folks meeting. We're very much online and very much global, and so we have folks from from Ireland, from the Netherlands, from France, and we're representative obviously of the US. So how do we come to terms with that, and what projects do we choose to support and how? Well, my thought is we do have approximately half of our members right now kind of on the treasure coast, we say, of Florida, but Florida is obviously a neighbor to Haiti. I think personally, and I'm gonna discuss this more with our group, of course, but I think that it would be wise to choose to support projects that are international in nature, but also closer to our backyard, and also that theoretically have more impacts to our communities.
Yes.
And I feel strongly about that. My question to you is, understanding that you have members in Canada and the US, you said, do you have any insight or any connections with groups in Florida? Because I think it would be interesting to see if we could find some way to collaborate with your club specifically, but also trying to find, for example, I'm thinking about Interact or Rotaract. Are there Rotaract clubs in Miami-Dade Homestead campus, where I know I've done some free teaching there? I know there are a lot of Haitian students that attend that campus. How can we pull that community together? Do you have any advice?
Well, I do not have contacts there, but I don't think it's something that is impossible. I think I had a contact with a Rotary club in Evanston, near Chicago, almost about an hour and 40 minutes from where I live. And it was a friend who connected me with the club, and then they donated about $1,700 or $1,800 to purchase to build benches and one toilet for the kids. And that's a club that I think I can go back to again. And with regard to other clubs in the southern Miami area, I can also look for clubs, and maybe here in South Bend, I can also look for partner clubs. But yeah, I think this is something that is feasible to have clubs in the southern Miami area. But since your club is online, and I think it's easier for members to join or to participate in projects. So what we do here for the school, we have an organization in Rochester, New York, that help with the fund collection, and then they send it to the Rotary account that we have in Haiti, and then the Rotary club in Haiti then disperse it to the school. So that's the way we operate.
Is that a global grant by any chance?
We are actually tomorrow. We have a meeting. We have a meeting tomorrow with a district representative of District 5130 representative to work on a global grant, but it is for the water grant. But for the school, sometimes when you are the one who starts something, sometimes I feel like I'm too demanding. Like I don't want to put myself at the front and to be asking for the school, but again, it's me. But if it can be done through, like a consortium or a partnership, I think it'll carry more weight. And if we can explain, the benefit of such a project, and not just the short-term benefit, but the long-term benefit for this project, and also how we want it to become sustainable, I think it'll get more buy-in from people, and it'll be more trustworthy. I mean, every penny is accounted for. The organization that I work with, they don't take any overhead funds. They don't, even the banks that they send the money, the bank doesn't take any fees when they make a transfer. So this is something that they do out of their heart. And so any way we can find partners to help, we can discuss further on how to do that.
Wonderful. I just want to say before I turn over to Kimberly, she had her hand up. You are sharing your screen, Jean-Marc. So I don't know.
No, we can stop.
And go ahead, Kimberly. You had a question. I'm sorry to take so long.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm literally checking out of the hotel. When I was teaching in Taiwan, they had one of the schools that had been literally pancaked by an earthquake over there as the earthquake museum. And they've done a lot of research on buildings, so that because they're in the ring of fire. So what are you doing with the school to mitigate that possibility, since you tend to have a lot of earthquakes as well?
Yes.
And I'm going to mute because I'm in the hallway in the hotel.
Yeah, I work with a group of engineer, and then one engineer who graduated from Notre Dame, who went to Haiti when I was working down there. And the structure is done by a very well-known engineer who also is a member of the club. He was president after me, and then he was just president again last year. So he's a well-known engineer, structural engineer. So we spent quite a few dollars in the base to get it up. So I think it can sustain an earthquake, and then everything that we do, we try to do it earthquake proof. So otherwise we would have finished with the building, because it costs a lot of money.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. It's a good resource too. That the Earthquake Museum is probably one of the most fascinating places I got taken when I was teaching over there.
Yeah.
And we're right at time. Gonzalez, do you have another follow-up question there?
Yeah, is there a Rotary Club for Miragwan, Jean?
No, there's no club in Miragwan, but there's one in Aken that is close enough. It's about an hour and a half or two.
Yeah.
From Miragwan.
I am from Miragwan.
You are?
I'm from Kadiak.
Okay, so good. There is a club in Aken that is close enough to And there's one in Lekai. There's one also where Valley Numa is from. Well, it's not on top of my head now, but again, yeah, there's a club. Even if there's not a club in your hometown, you can partner with a club that is not too far away from
Got it.
your
Got it.
town.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, Jean-Marc, thank you so much. I do want to respect your time. I'm sure you're very, very busy. I know you got lots.
Thank you very much for allowing me to talk to you, and I really appreciate that for taking the time from your already busy schedule to allow me to talk to you guys. Thank you so much.
What a pleasure. All right, everyone. We'll go ahead and close this call. I'll hit stop on the record. We'll end with our motto of Rotary Service Above Self. And if you want to continue, I can transfer the host to someone, but we'll let Jean-Marc, we'll let him go and say thanks again. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year, guys. Thank you so much.
Go Irish.
Go Irish.